Alright everybody, so here we have a video that was requested quite a while ago, so I forgot who requested it in the moment here, but to whoever that was, I'm very sorry it took me so long to make this happen. I had a list of all the cycles that I had to record, and I just kept completing the bedding cycle without recording it. So I feel bad about that, but here we are now. And yeah, so today we're going to just be washing this green blanket. It is sized for full/queen, although in all fairness, I think this is better suited for a full, but it's not like you guys can really tell that anyway from in there. At least I don't think. So I do the detergents and stuff a little differently for bedding. We still have the normal detergent in there. Looks like it's gone down, getting ready for the main wash. But I'm actually using some softener here, some for real fabric softener instead of white distilled vinegar. However, I did distill this softener, so most of that is water that you're seeing there. That's why it looks like there's so much. But I promise you, that's not all softener. Most of that is water. I'll turn the sound down in a second here. So we're going to do the bedding cycle, and I'm just going to do TurboWash because I always do. So let's get started. This cycle does not do any sensing. It goes straight into the wash, and we are anticipating a 55-minute cycle here. If I can get my light to work. Hold on, I'm gonna have to lower the light a bit because this is just a little too high. I thought this green blanket would be a nice change of pace, but because I did the gray blanket with the flex wash, but unfortunately with the sun, the glare is pretty bad. Light to be in the video though. See the dilemma I'm running into here, guys? Most people's laundry rooms are in basements and other places where sunlight is not abundant. But here, I got the opposite. It looks like the view's getting better though. See if maybe I can get a bit more of a direct shot. There we go. That's better. So surprisingly, it doesn't, at least from my phone camera right now, it doesn't appear to be showing up that there's steaming going on, but the whole top of the door is steamed up. I chose warm water, but I have a feeling that, like the other cycles, this one, or like the other machines I've run into, warm water on the bedding cycle, for whatever reason, seems to be way hotter than what the regular warm water is like. But I mean, as you may have noticed from the very beginning of this cycle, we've been doing a lot of turbo washing here, which I really like. Let's see. Maybe that'll be better. Now, we haven't really seen any of the 6 motions yet, though, other than just the tumble. Usually at the start of the cycle here, they do, it does some tumbling, then it goes into stepping, and then scrub. But since this cycle is designed to be washing like pretty big comforters, like I'm pretty sure you can wash a king comforter in here. I mean, we've done it. I don't know if LG endorses it, but we've done it. So it probably doesn't want to be doing all those motions with a comforter. Come to think of it, it probably doesn't really clean that well if it does that with a comforter anyway. And to my knowledge, this cycle does use more water than any other cycle, which would make sense considering, like I said, it's meant to wash huge items. I'm not sure if I've already said this, but this is my first time watching the bedding cycles, so you guys, we're in this together. We're in this together. As you can see, the water level is going all the way up that side of the drum, which usually it doesn't do. Okay, so it looks like now it's probably dispensing through the bleach compartment because we had the atomizing sprayer in. We have 39 minutes left on the cycle though, so I suppose we are getting close to the time that it usually would start the rinse phase. And maybe the rinses are going to be a bit longer anyway because it has to fill with more water. That's probably what's going to be going on here. But that's a sign that the wash is coming to a conclusion soon. Okay, so 34 minutes left. We are now draining for the first rinse. We're probably going to do an intermediate spin in between, I'd imagine, before that, but I think we've still got a reasonable rinse duration ahead of us. It's probably going to do 2 sets of rinsing as well, I'd imagine, unless it has an extra long spin, but somehow I doubt that for the bedding cycle. Definitely sounds like it's trying to prepare for an intermediate spinner. Yep, that's what we're doing here. I feel like I could have done that balance, but whatever. Oh, come on, you're not even trying at this point. Unless maybe it's doing that because it thinks that the blanket's coiled up and is trying to uncoil it. That could be. I think this thing just gets camera shy. Granted, I'm never really around for when it's washing and I'm not filming it, but it seems to me like more often than not, it struggles to balance whenever I'm filming. This doesn't always happen for every cycle I film, but just a funny pattern I'm noticing here. Okay, maybe it'll be happy with that. I don't know. I think it just said screw it. That's kind of a shame though. The blanket's covering up the entire drum, so you can't really even see anything. I mean, if any cycle that's gonna happen to would be this. So sorry if the spins are not exactly up to snuff. And you can still kind of see the paddles rotating, but it's not the same as when you can see the back of the drum. The drain pump is just so exaggerated with the noise, like my goodness. Makes it sound like it's struggling much more than it is. See how long it takes for the blanket to fall off the back of the drum. nice. We got TurboWash right away. We might actually only be doing one rinse. It sounded to me like it was filling through the softener compartment just now. So we might just be doing one rinse. There's 26 minutes left on the cycle. Usually the final spin is at about 12-ish minutes. So it's probably only going to do like one 14-minute rinse here, considering how much water it has to fill with. But we'll see what it does. Alright, so blanket fell off the back of the drum now. It probably happened a little before that, but I was in the middle of talking and not really even thinking about that. Also, does anybody know if intermediate spins are always slower than the final spin speed? I mean, this cycle does the final spin on medium, which is a shocker. Usually bedding cycles that I've run across in the past have always done either like the low or extra low settings, like the slowest that the washer can go. But this one goes medium. So it's interesting. I'd imagine that that the intermediate spin here is probably slower than the medium spin speed, but would it be slower than the low spin speed? My guess is that they're on par. But if anybody knows for sure, please feel free to share in the comments. Got a lot of TurboWash too. Looking good. Looks like I was wrong. We got 20 minutes left on the cycle. We're draining, but we're still in the rinse phase. So probably going to do another quick intermediate spin and then a quick final rinse. And then we'll move on to the final spin. Okay, so there's 12 minutes left in the cycle, but we're just starting the final rinse. So it's going to have quite a short spin, I'd imagine. Now I think we're probably dispensing through the fabric softener because I think that is always during the final rinse. Correct me if I'm wrong, but to my knowledge, that's when softener is dispensed. I do like, though, how it seems throughout the entirety of the rinse stage, pretty much, TurboWash is on the entire time. You know, that is something that has impressed me with pretty much every cycle that offers it on this washer. But bedding in particular, you know, I think that's something that not many people wash on a regular basis. I try to wash mine weekly, but sometimes it goes a little longer. And obviously everybody's needs for that are different. Excuse me, but it is important to make sure that your bedding does get cleaned well. So having the confidence of knowing that the TurboWash is going to be on the entire time, there is likely no chance that there's going to be parts of the blanket that don't get effectively cleaned. It's very reassuring. Because with TurboWash, obviously the soap and the water, they pretty much go everywhere. Alright, now we got the top ones going. Blanket it's probably already drenched, but if it's not yet, it will be very soon. Alright, so final spin now. 6 minutes left. This is definitely the shortest final spin I've ever seen from this washer, and I think every other washer I've seen as well. Even Speed Wash is a longer final spin than this, which is just kind of crazy to think about. Let's see if it does a better job balancing this time. Oh wow, it's not on the back of the, spoke too soon. I got excited because it wasn't going to be on the back of the drum, so you'd actually be able to see, you'll actually be able to see something during the spin. But why would it allow that to be the case? the cycle lasted way longer than 55 minutes. Which honestly kind of surprising. I thought it was going to be a bit shorter. Why? But the song sounded a little off key when it started up. It ended fine, but it started a little off key, I think. There it is. It actually kind of looks like a flower. Very weird looking flower. Oh no, maybe I'm the only one who sees that. Well, anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and remember, stay cool everybody.